trim that beard, and kiss your frozen dead wife on the lips. 'Cause we saw Vertical Limit, so you know what that means.
Now it's time for How Did This Get Made? We're gonna have a good time, celebrate some failure, not just be a hater, 'cause you know you wonder, how did this get made? Let's wallow in the mediocrity of subpar art. Perhaps we'll find the answer to the question, how did this get made?
Hello, people of Earth, and welcome to How Did This Get Made? I am Paul Scheer, and we are in the summer of extreme. Today, we are talking about the 2000 film Vertical Limit, which has a 49% on the tomato meter. And what is it about? Well, you have Chris O'Donnell and Robin Tunney, who are brother and sister, who lose their father in an extreme climbing accident. Well, actually, Chris O'Donnell cuts a cord and lets his father plummet to the ground. Now, years later, Chris and Robin are estranged, but they meet back up at the base of K2, where billionaire Bill Paxton is coming to climb the mountain. But guess what? He is not a good guy. He's actually a very bad guy, and he decides to climb the mountain even though being warned it would be too dangerous. Now he's trapped up there with Chris O'Donnell's sister. So what happens? Chris O'Donnell mounts a rescue expedition with a guy who kind of feels like Rambo of the mountain, Scott Glenn, Montgomery Wick, who suspects Vaughn murdered his wife on a previous K2 climbing attempt. Oh yeah, and part of his rescue plan is that all the climbers must have unstable canisters of explosive nitroglycerin strapped to their back. Boy, oh boy, this is a movie. Please welcome my co-host, Mr. Jason Mantzoukas. Jason, how are you?
It's over 2 hours. I started watching it at 8 o'clock this morning.
Oh, God.
I don't know what's going on. I think I've lost my mind.
Well, I'm glad to be able to talk to you, but I'm also thrilled to talk to our very special guest today. She's a comedian and actor who you might know from TV shows like Going Dutch, iCarly, and a Black Lady sketch show. She's also the award-winning host of Scam Goddess, the hip podcast and TV show about fraud and all those who practice in it. Jason, you and I have been on her show. I'm, of course, talking about the Scam Goddess herself, Laci Mosley. Welcome, Laci.
Hello, Paul. Jason, thank you for having me.
Well. Last time we met, we were together guesting on your show.
Yes, we were. And
talking about scams.
Now listen, y'all tricked me a little bit, speaking of scams, because I can't believe y'all got me watching this white-ass movie during Black History Month Part 2. That's what we call June. Black History Month Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. And y'all got me watching these white people climb this mountain.
Honestly, like, climbing a mountain is a white person scam.
Oh, why? Why do you need to do it? We don't need to do it. Let the mountain stay there. We don't need to get on top.
Why are y'all this people's mountain?
Well, Laci, you don't know this, but for reasons that are left unknown for the rest of us, we are covering extreme sports movies this summer.
Okay.
So people who love to parachute, people who love to do all sorts of nonsense, and this qualifies 100%.
Well, I would also say it would also be a very white thing to do extreme things. Like, I feel like most, very dangerous, I'm jumping off of a satellite from space into Earth. There are always these white people that are doing this. So I would say that this is we're constantly...
being a Black woman is enough of an extreme sport for me. So I've just never felt the need. But I'm sure if I was a white man, I would be jumping off of everything. I would be just like Free Solo Man, just climbing shit nobody asked me to climb. Just for the hell of it.
This movie, at first I thought, is this movie successful? Not really in the United States, but it did gross $215 million worldwide. So this worked outside of the U.S.
2000s money.
Yeah, it is a movie that had some success. It was directed by the same guy who directed GoldenEye and Casino Royale. So a good lineage here. But I also could tell that this is a movie that was put through the 2000 ringer because it is It's stupid. I
Well,
mean,
it's
it is.
also, like you said earlier, it's so dumb. It's not that you could see the meeting where they were like, it's not enough that they have to rescue them. It's not enough that there's an avalanche. What if every climber had to have like a bomb strapped to their chest, like Speed? Like Speed was such a big thing. There's a bomb on the bus. What if every climber has a bomb on their
This
back?
is an executive's fault for sure,
Oh,
Jason.
yes.
They
Yes.
brought in a simple
Big
movie
time.
about rescuing a sister, and they were
Yes.
like, okay, Speed's been doing great numbers, guys. We can't get Keanu, but we can still at least put a bomb in here somewhere. A
Yeah.
leaky bomb.
No,
by the way.
and the bombs leak. That's the other thing, is that it's not enough that they have canisters of nitro. If you put them in the sun, they leak.
They explode in the sun. So at a certain point, as they're climbing Everest, they got to go find some shade.
They always
because
need to find shade.
A lot of trees on Everest, a lot of ways to get away from the bright sun.
Why was there nitro up there? I'm sure it was given a bit of exposition at some point. Does anybody remember why there was a tent full of absolute high-level explosives?
So I actually looked this up. So in 1999, Pakistan and India were in a real conflict.
Right.
And so because the Pakistanis were like hidden up in the mountain, like they had some military people up there, like just randomly blowing up India, like every now and then. They also had this explosive that they were planning to use on India that they weren't storing very well.
So it was a military weapon. It
was a
wasn't
military weapon.
part of the climber's gear. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
This movie does touch on some of the political climate in such a careless way.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there are moments
it's not even a B or a C story.
Yeah.
The political environment between India and Pakistan not barely scratch the surface of.
They basically just show it as like, this is war every day. We're just going to fire on these guys. Like, it is a D plot in this movie that there is a constant war going on. I think just to get you to this nitro, when you get to the nitro, and we haven't even talked about the open, but when you get to the nitro, they go in this tent and you would think, okay, well, it's nitroglycerin. They're all, it's kept well. No, they are leaking in the tent. Nitro is leaking. It leaks on a man's foot.
Yes.
Which
It leaks on a man's foot, and then they take his boot off, throw the boot as if it's like a grenade, and the boot just blows.
Yes.
And by the way, they don't show you them taking off his boot, because I'm going to bet that taking off the boot would have been the more extreme moment. If that thing is a literal grenade, like if the movie posits that if nitro drips on anything, it becomes a massive weapon. Like, it could blow up a house. But they don't show...
Even if it's just thrown away into the snow. It's not like it doesn't need an accelerant of some kind. It doesn't need fire. It doesn't need any kind of a wick or anything like that. It's just when it needs to blow, either in the sun or if you toss it, it's gonna blow.
Okay, so let's talk about this opening, because this opening is absolutely wild, right? We start off on a beautiful CGI bird, an eagle.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. A beautiful
That
CGI
bird was so fake. It was insulting.
This movie reeks of fake at every given point. You're like, they were never on a mountain. This is all on a soundstage. They're hanging off that rock in the beginning. I'm like, oh, no one is a climber here. No one is out. This is all safe on a soundstage.
Yes.
But it looks cutting edge for the time when you think about that being 25 years ago.
Yeah,
you're
sure.
like, wow, this looks terrible.
Fake as hell. And you get into this moment where I guess a bunch of climbers are climbing the same mountain in the same trajectory, and someone's backpack falls off above our family, the dad, the son, and the daughter. And that backpack sets off a chain of events. Now, first of all, I did do a little bit of research on this. This movie is hated in the climbing community for so many reasons.
Oh, wow.
First of all, everything that they do is completely wrong. Even the terms, everything. But the one thing that they really stick on is nobody's backpack is falling off on a climb. Like backpacks are not dropping from the sky and
wiping out everyone on the wall
below, like,
simultaneously. Everyone below. I had to Google some climbing things because I was like, can you climb and you have to be attached to everybody?
Everyone's attached.
I was like, I don't think you have to do that. Also,
Everyone's
it took me a second to realize if they were a family, because once we got from like the terrible bird, we have that conversation between like the main dude, I don't know his name,
the dad,
no,
right?
not the
or
dad,
Chris
the
O'Donnell.
son, Chris
O'Donnell,
the son, and then I love that girl from The Craft.
Yes,
Robin Tunney,
yeah, she's great.
Boy, one of my true crushes from
Where
that
did she
era.
go? Because she was popping. This was her time.
Yeah.
And like,
Oh, she's around. I feel like she ends up. I feel like on a CBS procedural for years.
The Mentalist.
The Mentalist.
Oh, that's a good
for a
check.
very long time. Yeah.
Stay mentalizing, Queen.
Prison Break and The Mentalist. She was putting in some major seasons on that.
She's great. But in the beginning, when they're on this mountain, first of all, they're hanging off like they don't got a care in the world. Aren't you supposed to be climbing this? And then they're like talking to each other and they're talking about songs and they're singing songs to each other and having to guess the songs. I thought they were in a relationship. It took me a second before I was like, oh, y'all are siblings? Because that's not
Laci,
what it was giving.
I had to check it multiple times because there's a moment where they get together in base camp. I'm like, is he going to kiss her? Like, are they in love? They are acting like they are in love. Like, no one gave them the memo that they were brother and sister, I feel like. There is...
Or I feel like they were given the note, like, we don't really have any, like, sex relationships in this movie. So really, your love is going to have to carry the whole movie. What you guys have now, it's not incest, but make sure you let us know you love each other. You guys are your best friends. Like, it is... This whole scene feels like I feel like it's day one and they all just met. It feels so, and they are supposed to be a father and two children. They all also appear to be, I'm going to say, 6 years apart from each other total.
Yes.
The dad looks like he's the same age as Chris O'Donnell. It's crazy.
The only thing that makes a dad is that he's carrying a whistle on the mountain to yell at other climbers. Like, I don't think that is a thing. I don't think that anyone blows a whistle like, hey, listen up, guys. You're doing a bad job. Like, he's like a traffic cop on a mountain. Yeah. Which I just felt like it was such a funny, weird, specific. And again, yes, I did Google it. That is not a thing. No one is blowing whistles on the mountain. You can't communicate that way. But you're connected to this family. You love this family. And then, boom, they kill the dad.
Sure.
They kill the dad
Laci.
in this moment. When they kill this dad in the open, I was shook. I was like, oh, wow. Okay, this movie is going for it.
I cackled. And I know that is not the response that they wanted to elicit. But there's this big moment where he's like, my sister, my father, my sister, my father. Should I cut my father loose and save my sister? Or we all die. Oh, back and forth. And it's just zoom in close-ups of their face. And then they zoom out to that horrible CGI and they zoom back in on the horrible close-up on their face. It's nowhere in the same universe. And then when the dad, when he cuts the rope finally, I'm so pissed. Like, the cutting of the rope was the tension moment. Maybe even seeing him fall, I would have taken a corny I love you before the last little piece of the rope twinges away and then he falls to his death. Instead, we get a smash cut to a body thud on the ground. I was like, that's how y'all killed the dad? Y'all go, is this a Looney Tunes? Y'all was like, meet, the dad's dead. What? And now we're moving on? Now we did a time jump?
And by the way, I thought the dad was
I would have loved it if Roadrunner was there.
Or the dad, when he smashes into the ground, just pulls out a sign that says, ouch.
Right.
But the dad was also very close to the side of that mountain. I was like, at a certain point, couldn't he just lock back in or grab onto the side?
Well, that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to get her to lock back in because she was closest to the mountain.
Oh my God.
Oh no, this was crazy. Here's what I will say, and I'm guessing is based on, there's an incredible story and a documentary about two climbers who are trying to climb a mountain. One of them gets injured. They get separated. They're still connected by one big long line. They get separated in a storm, and one man is hurt, and the other man doesn't know, and he has to cut him loose. And so, but the man who is cut, but both of them fall and survive, but have to find independently their ways down the mountain. This is one of the most incredible documentaries I've ever seen, and it's called Touching the Void.
Yes.
And it feels very similar to this setup scene of like, the only way for me to survive is to kill this other person. And what a mind fuck that is.
And I feel like that's a great way to start the movie. I would think that we'd come back in a more fulfilling way at the end. We'll talk about how it does. And it just seems like we'll just do it again at the end. Like, and for no real reason. The thing that I am kind of blown away by is the beginning of the movie tells you everything you need to know. You're going to hear a lot of screaming, a lot of grunting, and a lot of slipping. Because this movie is all about people slipping. Like, there's so much needless yelling.
Every single character in the movie at some point hangs in midair.
Yeah, that's important.
Everybody hangs in midair, either off of an ice axe, off of a harness. They are
helicopter.
Yes.
They're constantly hanging in midair. And then I'm thinking, if y'all are experienced climbers, don't y'all all know you're not supposed to be kicking when you hanging like that?
Yeah.
Like, you're actually adding more momentum. You're making this looser. You're making the rope loose. And they're just down there. The person at the bottom just kicking away like they running in place. Like, sir, what are you doing?
My favorite moment in this film is a character that doesn't come back, but we see the dad crash, done, cut to a couple years later. Now we're in a snowblind. We meet like Chris O'Donnell's friend, and this guy, all he does is slip and fall and break his leg real bad. Done. That's it. Like this.
Yeah.
Like basically, I don't know if they need to like prove to us that mountains are dangerous.
Constantly.
Like everyone. Nobody can stand up on a mountain for more than 5 to 10 minutes in this movie without.
I feel like they were pitching the movie and they were like, you don't understand. So many people die on Everest or whatever, K2 or whatever, every year. You know, it's dangerous, blah, blah. But I feel like somebody must have been like, you know what? It sounds kind of boring. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't sound action packed enough. You have to understand the mountain is the shark in Jaws.
Right.
You don't know when it's going to come get you. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I know. You have to like slip and fall. The assistant who slips and falls and breaks his leg is like in a cartoon. Yeah. This movie is all silly goofball cartoon gags, but like off of the edge of a mountain. It is like Wile E. Coyote running off the edge of the mountain and being like womp.
I also don't understand why he couldn't just live at the military. The whole National Geographic plot seems so unnecessary.
No.
And then they had to kill, or his assistant had to trip and fall in the rock. And, you know, for what? Just so they could go down to the base so he could get medical care, so then he could see that his sister was here, so they could, like, I feel like we could have cut out so much shoe leather. This movie's way too long. Like,
so long. And
but we got to see those snow leopards play.
He's in that snowblind. Here's what I'll say about your original pitch, Jason. Like that to climb K2, it takes about 60 to 75 days, like 2 months. And this movie, seemingly, if I don't know anything, if I'm not researching anything, it seems like you can pretty much nail K2 in about 12 hours.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the premise of the film is like, oh yeah, we're going to go up real quick. We're going to not only we're going to go up real quick, we're going to get it and time it with a flight going overhead. And then I was thinking, how many airlines are flying over K2? That also seems incredibly dangerous. And for them to wave, the flight would have to be very low.
Yeah, it's not 35,000 feet, babes.
Yeah, no, commercial airliners aren't flying in between K2. Like, just like, yeah, we'll get down low. It's not like they're landing down there. And so the whole movie is like they've been up there for 12 hours, and technically it would take them about, I don't even know where they are on the mountain, but they seem to get everywhere by helicopters very easily.
Yeah.
Well, except for the time the helicopter almost chops that one woman, bandana woman, in half.
Can we talk about how much Bandana Woman suffered?
Oh, I love Bandana Woman.
Before I get to Bandana Woman, I do have to say when the helicopters were flying over, you do see this kind of like hippie encampment of like other like these are the salt of the earth white dude campers. We're not like them rich white dude campers.
Right.
We are also on these people land that we don't need to be on, but we naked with our penises out in the snow. So we love the mountain and
they love pissing on the mountain. They love it.
They treat the mountain with respect.
Yeah,
okay?
they're the mountain dogs.
They make some kind of piss moonshine and they love the mountain real bad.
They're doing they created a still to make moonshine like they're Hawkeye in MASH. It's crazy.
So you got your good white dudes who love the mountain, and then you got your evil white dudes who want to get up the mountain to make a commercial, and that commercial is worth our lives. Then Bandana Woman, who's just like the nurse, they're like, okay, Bandana Woman went through it. She was sexually harassed. And then the man who was being creepy to her, one of the mountain, native white mountain people, they were like, we climbing this mountain and you got to go with the man who's the creepiest to you. Also, you go fall off the mountain a few times and a helicopter almost go chop your ass up while we trying to get these other two men on the mountain. Like, this lady went through it.
At one point, they are like, why are you doing this? And she's like, obviously the money. I want off of this mountain. The only reason she's doing it is to get away from these people, is to get enough money to get away from these fucking maniacs.
They trapped this lady on this mountain and she tried to pay for her freedom.
She does not appear to be one of the climbers. She's trapped.
I don't know how they got everybody up there because, it does seem like it would be tricky to get everybody up to this base camp. But meanwhile, the rich guy, he's bringing up like a full barbecue. People are having like a 4th of July party up there. They're all drinking at high altitude, which just even from going to Colorado, I know that that's not a good idea. So like this is not a good vibe up there.
Barbecue, don't y'all have to shit in bags and carry your own poop? Y'all about to have some crazy poop going up the mountain. I don't want no rib poop when I'm going up the mountain. We need to be
I don't want to climb
greens.
K2 with a belly full of rib. I mean,
I've got to guess that they're just, you can't be on the mountain, like taking all your winter gear off to shit. Are they just shitting in their pants?
Oh, well, Jason, here's the thing. This mountain, very warm, because these motherfuckers never cover their faces.
Never.
Their faces are out and about.
Yep.
Their jackets are thin. Like, why can't I see your silhouette, bro? You are on a mountain.
I'm like,
but they were like,
they
still gotta be sexy. They were like, they still gotta be sexy. We need to see Bill Paxton's shoulders. Need to see those delts.
Bill Paxton, for the 12 hours that he is up there, and I love Bill Paxton.
I do too.
His beard seems to grow in thicker and richer. By the end of the movie, I'm like, I don't think his beard is that thick.
How long have they been there? No.
And we know it's only 12 hours. Like Bill Paxton's in a like underground in a snow cave-in, and his hood is down. He is like, his jacket is slightly unzipped. I would be zipping every part of me up. These guys are fine.
And they would also be carrying like 100 pounds on their back.
Yeah.
They would be carrying so much stuff that it's crazy that they're all just like, here we are hiking up to here we are summiting K2.
In my fall Patagonia.
Absurd. Truly, like, thank God I got my fleece.
There's one moment where Scott Glenn says, "You look like shit," to Chris O'Donnell. I'm like, he actually looks great. Like, Chris O'Donnell looks like he has been out on a summer vacation. Like, he is glistening.
Honestly, if anybody looks like shit, it's Scott Glenn.
Oh, Scott Glenn.
But
in
thank
this
God
movie
he's here.
Is like our Rambo guy who's kind of like living
Montgomery Wick.
Living off the grid, and just waiting. I guess, is he waiting for revenge, or does he just live at base camp for the hope to go find his wife?
Yeah, I think it's that. I think his wife disappeared on this mountain some years ago. He has been trying to find her ever since. I think is what the movie wants us to think is why he's there.
And he makes a very weird choice to shave off his beard before he goes up. Which also be like
strange.
I was about to say that, like, isn't that for warmth? What do you mean? You about to shave and go out freshly shaven, pores open, to climb this snow ass mountain?
I feel like that was like Scott Glenn showed up with a giant beard and was like, yeah, this is perfect for the hermit, the mountain man, the guy. And they were like, yeah, Scott, we're going to need you to shave that so we can tell who's who in the movie. And he's like, but the beard will tell everybody that I'm me. You know,
Nope.
I feel like they were like, no, we don't want beards. No beards in the movie.
He was trying to have his Oscar moment, and the girls were like, no, we need to see that mud. This movie's about sex. The tightest jackets you've ever seen. Okay.
They're in Nikes climbing. The thing that I love about a movie like this is like, you know, Bill Paxton is likable. Like when he gets off the thing, he's kind of goofy and you're like, okay, how can this guy be evil? And they don't really even try to ratchet it. It just like goes from likable, fun guy to insane person. Like he goes with his turn to insanity is so quick that at a certain point I'm like, is he going to eat people? Because he's looking at people like, you can't get in my way. I'm like, what's the end game? You can't get here alone.
And what you realize is this is the second time he's done this because as the movie unfolds, you realize that he did the exact same thing with the party of climbers that Scott Glenn's wife was leading. And Bill Paxton selfishly used all of the drug to keep himself alive and let everybody else die. You know, so he's a villain every step of the way. It's interesting. He's always cast in many ways as the rich villain, like in Titanic.
Big Love.
Yeah, he's kind of always that rich, except for he's the inverse, Twister. He is Cary Elwes, who's the rich villain, and he is like almost the Scott Glenn, the real guy on the ground, you know?
One thing about the movie, especially like you bringing up the documentary you were talking about, how that was really interesting about having to cut someone loose. Boy, oh boy, is everybody ready to see a motherfucker die in this movie. Everybody's like, oh, they dying? Oh, kill him. Oh, their leg hurt? Good as dead. Oh, the avalanche happened, but we contacted them on the radio speaker. They still gonna die up there. We ain't helping them. No, every step of the way, everybody's trying to be like, okay, well, we're just gonna kill you. What's the point of climbing with a partner if they're gonna let you die?
Well, and it's such a casual relationship to human life, you know? And that's the thing is, too, the movie is over 2 hours long, which is, to be clear, too long.
45 minutes could have been cut.
And part of the problem is they set up so many characters only to kill all of those characters.
Not paying anything
Like,
off.
with barely any investment in them as people, you know, the brothers, young Ben Mendelsohn, a young Ben Mendelsohn in this movie, which I was so loved seeing him, but boy, he's dead. See you later. Like his brother Cyril, see you later, pal. You're dead. I was like, oh, I really wished we'd had either more character moments that were fun with some of these people, or we didn't spend so much time in the exposition setup phase, because this movie would have felt a lot better at 90 minutes. You know?
Yeah. Because it's a very simple idea. They just go out to do a rescue,
simple.
And it's like, and they're with an evil guy. But I think that they're trying so hard to make it feel real, but it is so fake on so many levels. I mean, this is, you know, the Free Solo guy, Alex Honnold, right?
Yeah.
He is referred to this as the worst depiction of rock climbing in any film.
Wow.
He was like the least realistic, but I think that they're trying so hard to make you believe. And the other part of it is, it's like, yes, people die doing this, but it's not like an action movie death. Like, people aren't just like flying off the sides of buildings. Like, people are losing toes and hands.
They're not exploding.
I feel like that's why the explosives were introduced. Because I feel like it wasn't dynamic enough.
They said, what, like, if you get edema in your lungs, they said, that's not enough. Them coughing blood, not enough for us. It's enough for the crown. They said, not enough for us. We need people exploding off of the mountain as they fall.
I mean, when they introduced the idea, the only way they could do a good flare is by draining the blood out of a dead person's body and then shooting the flare up so the blood just explodes on the mountain. I was like, first of all, isn't a flare, like, the whole thing of a flare is it's going to go up and we're going to see where it is. But this is like, it was so like dark to drain them of blood.
I knew it was gonna happen. And I was like, what is wrong with me? Or maybe I just noticed the patterns of this movie. But she was like trying to boil like ink from pins and like some freezing cold ice, and the little flame was so low underneath. And he was like, you gotta get it to a boil. And I said, they about to cut that man open and use his blood.
A man who was killed. A man who was
murdered by Bill Paxton's character.
Yes. Like murdered. They didn't just let him die as he was dying. Bill Paxton comes in, violently kills him.
By putting like air in his vein, right? With like a very violent way to go. They're already freezing up there. My favorite part of him is he's like the tour guide to the rich guy, and he's going to make all the rules. And when they have the little memorial at the end, the camera pans around the memorial of everybody who died in the movie. It's like the reverse Love Boat. You get to see everyone that you've met along the way. And his is a glamour shot among glamour shots. It's not a casual photo. It looks like he's like, come to camp so-and-so. I'll be your instructor, Dave. Like, it's so like, he's such a pretty boy. And I like him. But I also feel like everyone in this movie is relatively rational, right? They're all like, they don't solve things rational, but like, it is a funny thing because like, why would Bill Paxton say no to the guy? The guy's like, hey, look, there's a really terrible storm. And I know he wants to have the plane see him overhead, but I still don't understand like what Bill Paxton gets out of dying. Like, it's like, if he had a death wish, it's something, but like, I don't understand like his mentality is like, why is he that crazy?
I also don't understand his drive.
They made an attempt to explain his drive real quick, and it was like, before they go up the mountain, he was like, yeah, I got all of my scientists on this, and I'm going to out-science the mountain and the weather. And they're like, we got an 82% chance of living. He was like, I take those odds on the stock market because I'm rich and I love stocks. And then the ominous Wick comes out with all his hair and shit, and he's like, who is going to live if y'all are going to die? And then he just disappears into the shadows and the cloud of, snow. And then when they get up there, everybody's like, hey, bruh, the storm's finna happen. The storm's finna happen. And Bill's like, we gotta shoot this commercial. And then they keep going. And then he's like, hey man, they said the storm is like 5 minutes away. Like, y'all really need to come down. He was like, but what about the commercial? And then they come back one more time. They're like, the storm, turn around. The storm is behind you. Y'all need to run. And then the tour guide's like, hey man, I don't want to die. You told me I'm in charge. He was like, yeah, I said you were in charge. But when I said in charge, I meant do what I say for the commercial. Otherwise, when we get to the bottom of this mountain, you ain't gonna have no job because I'm gonna ruin you.
He's also never gonna get to shoot this commercial if he is dead. Like, there is no reason.
And the guy says that. He's like, what? We need to go down and be safe. And Bill was like, this is more than the commercial. I also need to do this for me.
My life statement. This is my life statement, he says. And it's like, to die for a commercial? Like, I don't
even think this is a union commercial. I'll be honest.
This is way before social media, too. This will maybe go viral on social media, but I mean, there's a moment that I love where, he has this base station full of these scientists who are navigating everything, right? Yeah. So it looks like he's going to have all these people really helping him. But they are like when they cut to the referees in New Jersey who have to watch all the NBA games, it's like these guys are communicating to them and they can see everything happening on the mountain. I'm like, how? They're up on this mountain. They're like, oh, uh-oh. They went down a thing. They're sliding now. I'm like, you don't know this. They can't even communicate this quick. And then like Chris O'Donnell comes in and is like, hey, I know Morse code. Okay, they're trapped. They slipped down the thing. They're at 300,000 feet. This is where they are. I'm like, nothing could have been communicated that quickly in Morse code. That would have been like an hour of Morse code.
Also, how is the walkie-talkie not working, but it's working well enough for y'all to do Morse code? And then when Homegirl is locked up in the ice cave with Bill Paxton and Mr. Diane tour guide, she's like, me and my dad taught us Morse code when we were kids. Beep, beep, boop, 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 beep. And Bill Paxton is talking the whole time while she's listening to the code, and it was pissing me off because she listens to the code, it's like, click, clack, clack, a boop, 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 boop. And he's yelling over that, hey, what'd you learn how to do Morse code? Hey, what's your story? Hey,
save that for later.
I'm listening to the beeps and the boop boops.
Yes, and you'd have to be listening to it like letter by letter.
Yes.
And writing and probably writing it down to be like, okay, this is what, it took 20 minutes, but this is what's up,
Chris O'Donnell gets a novel out of like he's just hearing it off the side of his head as if it's like
also, it appears as though he and his sister are the only people at K2 base camp who know Morse code. That seems baseline level knowledge that these type of adventurers would have this skill set. Everybody must know Morse code, but everybody's like, what? I learned it in Boy Scouts. What are we talking about?
But also, when they have to communicate later, Chris O'Donnell just sends her a note that says, like, boom
What
or
the
bang.
hell was that?
Oh my God.
What? How the hell are they supposed to know that means we about to put nitroglycerin over your head? Like,
Also,
you
how do they-
couldn't write
way.
a real note like, hey, move away from
Yeah.
the opening. We about to blow it up. What do you mean, boom? I saw that and I was like, what, bang? What?
Also, like, from where? Like, they don't know where to hide. They don't. How do they know where the placement?
I guess
like,
they figured Homeboy's bloody spot was gonna be the place.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it could have very easily
And he
crumbled.
also used way too much
started an
nitro.
avalanche. Yes.
He used so much nitro, I thought they was gonna be blown to bits underneath. I was like, damn, bro, use like a little dash and come back.
Exactly. That's all you needed. It was a little bit of nitro.
They're pouring it in like they're doing a science experiment where they make like the whatever the baking soda like shoot
I also
out. I'm
feel like
this
they
is too
could have
much.
gotten a helicopter up to where the blood bag had exploded. Like, I didn't feel
Yes.
like they needed to climb to them at that
They
point.
said the
It
air
felt-
was too thin for a helicopter to
guess
get
so.
up to 28,000 feet. It could
Yeah.
only go to 21 and then dangle people off a cliff and almost chop up Bandana Lady. That's all the
I
helicopter
know.
could do.
I guess so.
They also
Yeah.
they also have all this information about where they are, but the plan is let's split up. They have
Yeah.
a group of people. It's like, all right, guys, let's all split up. You two, you two, you two. It's like they're exploring like a haunted house. So it just gives them a chance to kill everybody in these moments where people don't have to have major reactions. It's like because that. When they all go off, it's like, well, everyone's going to die. There's no. Everyone does.
Almost
die.
everyone
it's
dies in order to save just Paxton and Robin Tunney.
Yeah,
Like,
all the
at
white
least-
people live. It's given 2000s. I didn't see
Yes.
nobody brown made it down. Okay.
Oh yeah, nobody brown made it down. That was the tagline of the movie.
Vertical limit. Nobody brown made it down.
Don't worry, we saved the rich white guy.
Well, this is the best part because as Bill Paxton gets more and more insane, he's shooting, like he's doing like meth in the corner, like he's Dex. He's doing his Dex, which again, not that anyone cares that much, but this whole idea of like having high altitude pulmonary edema, right? That really only happens like after you've been up there for like days and days and days. All right, so okay, fine, we'll take that away. But he's giving himself so many shots. Like one shot would have done it. Like one shot would have been like fine. Like he's stealing all the shots
It's like
for himself.
illegal.
And I love that it's individual syringes. It's like a packet of individual syringes for what is it, 4 syringes or whatever?
Yeah.
And I was like, what on earth? They could do. You could carry so much more of this drug with you just in a vial.
Everyone could have
Yes,
had like 4
correct.
of them. Everyone could have had plenty of decks. But when you find out that Scott Glenn is on a murder mission, like that to me, like this is like where there is a good movie in here. 'Cause
Yes.
it's like, okay, I'm here only for straight up revenge. I'm
Yes.
going to come up here and I'm going to kill the man who killed my wife. And the fact that his wife is still frozen with inside the mountain, don't know how realistic that is, but also insane that she's like part of the mountain now. That is his dead wife just frozen like Han Solo.
Right. She's standing up like with the prayer hands just in
She
the corner.
looks
Like
so preserved. It's crazy.
she didn't even lie down when she died. She was
No.
like, nah, let me stand up and die real quick.
I'll just do my little prayer hands. Now, I don't understand at this point, too, why Chris O'Donnell's like so adamant that he can't kill this guy. Like, there's a part of me, it's like, hey, man, I just want to get my sister out. I don't care about Bill. Like, it's like it's not like this is not her boyfriend. It's not anything. Like, he has no connection. Like, but he really puts his foot down. and then you're hoping that you're going to get this like fun battle. But the end of the movie is just like, I found it to be a little bit anticlimactic because when he finally gets down there, there's no punches thrown. There's no nothing. It's just kind of like, all right, we're going to climb up together. And he's going to take a pickaxe to him. And then they just do the opening sequence again.
Except this time, Scott Glenn, the new father figure to these young people who comes and manages to save them, he cuts the rope so that both he and Bill Paxton fall to their deaths, which I was kind of like, okay, maybe I'm sure in the meeting they were like, guys, I had a great idea. It's bookends. It starts with the rope being cut. It ends with the rope being cut. Except,
whoa, man!
Right at the
Wait, give me
beginning-
another line.
The only thing I don't like about this is at the end of the movie, 2 white guys die. That doesn't add up for me. That's strange.
No, but we're gonna blow a brown guy up right before. Okay, then I can work with this.
I'm
I
good
can
with
work
that.
with this.
But
Yeah.
like, the thing that's so interesting is like if you're looking at it from a like thematic point of view, right? Chris O'Donnell did it first, and he's been paying the price of that decision. Although he seems kind of fine with it, and Robin,
ironically, he does feel very like Robin.
But his
funny.
sister is not. His sister's like, I
yes.
hate you because you killed my dad.
And he's like, it had to be done or whatever. He's like, whatever. You know, and I'm like, this maybe would make sense if in the opening scene they were like 15 and 17.
Sure.
But they are adults, you know, who I feel like very much would have known what was going on and absolutely should be wrecked by it. But they're again, they seem like strangers. Everybody's a stranger, even the siblings.
I also love there's a line in the beginning. They haven't seen each other for years, right? It's been a very long time since they've seen each other. And she's like, you've never visited Dad's grave. And I'm like, well, how would you even know?
Right. Are you there every day?
Yeah,
Like,
like
I
if
have a
you've been
motion
stranger-
sensitive camera on the grave. I know.
It's like such like I get like
my
you said you didn't
doorbell
come to
app
the
has
funeral.
never had an alert.
But like so at the end of the movie, you would either want to see him cut it again or have her do it so she also understands like, okay, I understand the situation you're in. I mean, obviously she's basically like hypothermic going through like edemas, whatever, but like this, like it's a severe misunderstanding of mountain climbing. It's like, yeah, at the end of the day, we got to cut people off this line. Like,
All the
this is what
time.
we do. We cut them off. We just cut it off.
80% of ascents end in some people being cut loose. Because, we're all usually dangling 8 people to a rope.
By the way, I'm going to guarantee you those ropes hold more than, I don't know, roughly 300 pounds. Because that's really like, they're like, this rope can't handle more than 300 pounds. It's like,
Yes,
I have a feeling.
And
I have
the
a feeling they
anchors
should.
the anchors are always terrible.
Get
It's like
loose.
one single device is in the crack, or they've tied the rope to an ice axe and just put that in the snow.
And they're
What?
also doing it with their like bare hands. Like they're pulling up a rope of a body with their own hands. It's like, I'm just thinking about rope burn. Aren't they like frozen up there? Like they
Also,
should have some more-
everybody is so strong in
So
the movie
strong.
to be able to do what they're doing, to be able to hang off of. It is so hard to hang off of something with your full body weight, pull yourself up and over. So hard to hang off of a wildly out of control helicopter. 2 people managed to hang on to a helicopter that is careening out of control. It would toss them off like rag dolls.
And one bandana lady got lightly chopped by a helicopter propeller.
just
you know
trimmed.
how it just like gets you a little bit and cut your jacket when the helicopter propeller passes by your body.
And you know they were like, it's going to be so great because the down from your jacket will just start peeping right out. It's going to be so cinematic.
Also, I just felt like I get it, it's an action movie, but I think that they wildly underestimated people's attention spans. And so they were like, fuck plot, fuck like any conversation and knowing about any of these characters. We have to treat this like an action horror almost, where like every scary thing that happens, sometimes it would be like, whoo, crisis averted. We got the nitroglycerin in the dark. Oh, let's have a drink to celebrate. Kablow!
Yeah.
Oh, we slid off this mountain, but Bandana Girl saved nasty misogynist man's life. Oh, don't worry, nasty misogynist man gonna die right now through a random avalanche. Kabloom! Like, why?
Right, I think
So
it's like what
many-
Jason was saying. The mountain is Jaws.
Yes.
Like the mountain is the killer.
The mountain is the shark. Like the avalanches, the explosions, they are creating such an unstable environment. They're putting base camp at risk. They're putting everybody at risk by just setting off that many explosives on a mountain like that.
Just throwing that shoe.
Yes.
I mean, like, it's like, because everything is going to create an avalanche. Here's the thing that I did love. My favorite line in the entire movie.
Don't mind her. She's French-Canadian.
Some days she's Canadian, can be quite pleasant. Today she's obviously French.
Oh,
That I thought was one of the best, like, honestly, some of the most descriptive character development we get in the entire film. I think I know more about her.
My favorite character is her, Bandana.
Yes.
French-Canadian bandana woman, I think, is terrific because they also have my favorite line at the end when they do manage to save Robin Tunney and they've gotten her back to base camp. And keep in mind, Bandana Woman, while also doing climbing stuff and getting almost chopped by a helicopter blade, is the camp's medic. So she's taking care of Robin Tunney, and Chris O'Donnell comes in and he goes, "How is she?" And she says, "Amazing." I was like, what? However she is definitely not amazing.
She was coughing up blood 2 minutes ago.
Exactly. She's for sure gonna die, probably. But amazing seemed like such a strange line.
Well, also just the fact that they kiss in front of her body. Like, so she is recovering over there, and they're like, this is their moment for their first kiss, like Chris O'Donnell and Bandana Woman. Like, and it's like, oh, just do that outside the tent, or get away from, like, it's a little
or
awkward.
don't
like,
kiss.
How about
kiss. Don't kiss? How about
you
this
haven't created enough of a bond to kiss.
Yes.
This movie hasn't seeded this at all.
I think the director really thought, and this was getting on my nerves too, this could have also shaved off some time. Bro, why are we lingering on everybody's face for an extra, like,
so
excruciating 8 seconds? Like, they've done dialogue. It was given like it's the Tyler Perry edit where we got to get to 22 minutes so I can get into syndication. This movie needs to be 2 hours, so linger on their faces. Linger on eye contact. What is this director's thing against a 2-shot? He's not doing a 2 unless he's in the wide. He's not even giving me no dirty coverage. Like, every time we cut to somebody's face, it's just them. Were you shooting this actor to a tennis ball? Were y'all never in the same room? Because why are we cutting it directly to people's faces like they not in the same room? What is this? And it kept happening, and they kept zooming on people's faces as to be like, this is romance.
Yes.
This is fear. Also, you can't do the same, like, sexual romance cut on the brother and sister's faces looking at each other.
That's why it's confusing, because I was like, are they gonna fuck? And it's like, no, I guess I just, like, they're brother and sister who miss each other. But those cuts, when you leave it too long, it feels like there is something under the surface.
Yeah.
The only person it worked on is Bill Paxton, because when he gets crazy, like when he looks like he's about to eat her or something, it's like, I'm like, yeah, I'm all like, I don't know when he became crazy, but
in my
I'm into
notes,
it.
I was like, ooh, I wish Paxton had been this crazy and chewing the scenery the whole time. You know what I mean? I wish that it had been, because the movie, again, is 2 hours long, and the first hour is exactly, Laci, to what you're saying, so long, lingering shots that seem like pointlessly, like, not, they're not setting anything
that
up.
Stupid CGI eagle for such a long time. I'm
exactly.
like, and like in the stock footage of even the snow leopards, it's like, what are we doing here? I don't understand all these, like, I think it's like to show you the majesty.
They were like,
What's
bro,
the majesty?
we only got 80 pages, but don't worry, we're going to turn it into 120 when we're done with all these random shots that we need. And to your point, Jason, about Bill Paxton becoming crazy man, and to you as well, chewing the scenery, Paul, this line, I wrote this down, when Bill Paxton is having his moment where he's like, I'm going to throw all caution to the wind, we're ignoring base camp, we're all going to die for this commercial, and I'm going to bully y'all into it. Bill Paxton says, oh, you thought the mountain was just gonna lift up her skirt for us?
My favorite line.
Bill, why you gotta rape the mountain? Why?
It's so gross. Like, that actually made me go, I never want a mountain climb, because now you've made it into this thing where you're saying you're gonna fuck this mountain, you're conquering this mountain. It's like, it gave me a whole different taste of what mountain climbing is about.
And
I don't
he's
like it.
Intimating, what do you think, the mountain's gonna give consent? No, what are we doing here?
Oh my God. Like, there is so much here. I guess, like, he's supposed to be Richard Branson, because Richard Branson at this point is like the Virgin guy. Not a Virgin, but the owner of, like, Virgin Megastore and Virgin everything. Like, so I feel like he had the planes, and at that point he was known for doing these extreme things. But I do feel like it is, he's also killed people on this mountain that didn't find out that Bill Paxton has killed other people and keeps on going up. Like, so just keep on killing more and more people is just a really wild character.
Well, also like
guy.
it's also in service of, as you keep pointing out, Laci, a commercial. It's not like, and we're going to find the reserves, the oil reserves that are going to make us so much richer, or we're going to find the fountain of youth, or we're going to find, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like they're in search of something absolutely game-changing for them. They are just trying to shoot a commercial. And that is... absolutely. It makes him seem even crazier. But this really is also peak adrenaline junkie, like nonsense. You know, people doing crazy shit just because it can be done.
And you know what would have helped Homegirl's plot? What's her name? Allie? What was her name?
The bandana
sister?
girl?
No, the sister. Anne. So it would have helped Anne so much as a character if when she was talking about spreading her father's ashes on K2, she had the ashes with her.
Yeah.
And and then that made sense because otherwise the whole time that she's going up with crazy ass Bill, I didn't understand why she kept agreeing with him. And then after he murders homie, she's like hits him for a little like, you bastard, why would you murder our homie like that? Okay, let's get his blood. What? You got on board so fast, girl. Like, and that man, you should have killed that man in the beginning because Bill Paxton got to that cave and immediately became Smeagol, and all of a sudden, all the shots of him were him under like he was hunched over underneath like rock caps of ice, leering at everybody like, I need all that dex. By the way,
it really is.
I wish he had gold buried up there. I wish he had gold, and he was just trying to get his gold because I would buy that more than the commercial. Oh my!
It does. It does feel like K2 is Mount Doom in this, and this is the Fellowship is trying to rescue
Chris O'Donnell would be a great
Samwise Gamgee.
Yeah. So this is my favorite part too. Obviously, you know, whenever you do a movie like this, you have to put the real people in. So they put that guy Ed in there. Like he's the guy who looks the most uncomfortable on camera because like when Bill Paxton gets off the plane, he's like,
Ed Beasters. It's an honor to meet you. Elliot Vaughn.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, you wouldn't believe this guy. 5 times up Everest. One of the only men to climb 12 of the world's 14 highest peaks. All without oxygen. Rock on. By comparison, all of us are merely amateurs. It's a real honor, Ed.
Welcome to base camp.
Welcome to base camp. Like it's like he's a little like he's not an actor, right? He's a real guy.
He's a real guy. That makes sense why they left him because they were like, you are too good to go with us up the mountain, Mr. Good Guy who can survive. Like, you stay down here so you don't have to act.
Good luck up there. Like, you know, it's like but there's something really funny about this. Things I was reading last night was Ed is, I guess, becoming like the technical consultant on this movie, but he did have like a crazy disaster where he was escorting a rich guy up the mountain and that guy lost both of his hands and was not able to grasp the line on the descent. So this guy is like, yeah, this is kind of a fun story. He literally like went through a shocking, scary thing. And it was like, good luck. He couldn't say like, hey, be careful up there. When I was up there just a couple of years ago, guy lost his hands. Like doesn't give him any words of warning, doesn't act as any like baseline of like, hey, it's dangerous. Like, no, he's like, go for it, my friend.
I'm not going to do it, but y'all get out there. And
I mean, it's crazy to have that. Like a guy who literally has been through trauma being like, hey, no problem.
This is the 2000 or the very beginning of the 2000s. So Problematic was very right. I feel like he probably didn't even get a script. They were like, "We're doing this mountain movie. We only need you to shoot for a week. You got like 4 scenes." And then they were like, "Ed, go!" And they just told him what to say. But like,
and you also work the grill in the camp, and you serve the Budweisers up there. Like,
you know what really pissed me off about Base Camp too? It's like I get that there was an action movie, so they were trying to have these funny moments that they shoehorned in there that were wildly inappropriate at the time. So when they're at base camp and the avalanche happens, the first one, they at base camp are like, oh my God, this one lady just starts crying uncontrollably loud as fuck. She's like, they dead. And everybody looking at her like, can you shut up? And eventually they do tell her like, can you shut up or like get out of here with the hooting and hollering? Everybody's so sad, right? Then they get communication. They're like, oh my God, they're not dead. This is amazing. And then the next time we see base camp, they're like, yeah, they not dead, but they trapped, so they as good as dead. We ain't helping them.
They're
Like,
packing
what?
up their shit.
Also-
Just man, peace. See you later.
Well, they also like only 3 of them aren't dead. The rest are. Like they lost a bunch of people.
Oh, right.
And that's what's crazy is like people are dying constantly and everybody's just kind of like, all right. Like
Well, because no one knows each other. I mean, that's really what it
Yeah.
is, right? Scott Glenn doesn't know, doesn't know
the siblings.
Yeah, so like Scott Glenn doesn't know them, but he
But he
does
knew
know
their
their
dad.
father, right? But it doesn't seem like that really even plays in too much. They're on a mission where everybody on the mission doesn't know each other and or has met each other just like 12 hours before. And then it's like then the brother and sister who would have the most bond, they are separated, so they can't communicate. And then you just have a straight up villain who is like, you can't have anything with him. It's like, no, there's no emotional stakes. Like everybody is disposable. It's like an audience, you just can't care.
Choices that make it even harder. Like I feel like the movie suggests but doesn't follow through on that maybe Robin Tunney and Bill Paxton have a romantic relationship.
That's
what
what,
you would
they said in the
think, right.
beginning, yeah.
They hint at it. They share kind of a chaste kiss at one point. And I was like, wait, are they a couple? Are they not? And in which case I would have been, if they were romantically involved, then I'd be like, I understand why Robin Tunney is maybe making bad choices because she's connected to this guy emotionally. It's not just a job for her because otherwise I agree.
Right.
She would be siding with, is it Tom, who's
Or
the team leader
Evan
or whatever?
his
Or
name
make
is?
her in a
you know?
relationship with Tom.
Great.
So then, like when he dies, it becomes a moment. Or even make the crazy millionaire be duplicitous in some way. I think that's like his charm. Is like, hey, I'm here to make this work. Like, be a nice guy and then reveal that you're evil. Because all you're really doing, besides that, is you're just watching people slip, fall, scream, and just going, lift down.
in a very bad like green screen environment.
Yeah. It's like watching The Sims die. Like I have no connection to any of these people. And like even the vignette where it's like we have the guy who's Muslim and he's got to stop and pray, and the other guy's like, hey, I know you got to pray to Mecca, but we also got to climb this mountain real quick because we don't got a lot of time. And then they have this weird conversation about religion that makes no sense, and I guess it's supposed to be the foreshadowing to their death. I don't even know, but we're not invested
they
in
blow
this
up
man.
then.
And like, but those conversations seem to keep happening. One that really pissed me off, and this is a director's choice too, is when they were loading up to get on the helicopter to do their choppy ass drop off. One, that could have been a moment where they all bonded together and maybe
give them something.
Give them something, but they didn't. They just all split up and move on. But while they're loading that helicopter, Bandana Lady and O'Donnell have this moment where he's like, Bandana Lady, why you coming on this trip, Bandana Lady? And she's like, I'm a slave to Bill Paxton and I'm about to buy my freedom. But this whole conversation could have happened while they were loading up. They had a separate cut of loading things onto the helicopter where no conversation is happening, and then another cut to like them individually being shot in ones, and like
learn
singles.
the lesson from Law and Order. Do the exposition while you're doing the action.
While you're doing the action,
Yes.
and then tie that weird joke with the foot stretching in right after. I could have cut that sound so much; it was bothering the fuck out of me. But it kept happening throughout the thing. And like you said about Bill Paxton's evil man character, I would have liked to see the duplicity as well. Show me that smiling guy, but the whole time he's hiding this Dex. If he's gonna murder the guy who, because we already knew he was gonna murder him, because the second they landed in the ice cave, homie started coughing like, and then Bill Paxton looked at him like Smeagol, like, oh, I'm killing you.
And by the way, just for context, this movie takes place in less than 12 hours. Everyone loses their goddamn mind.
Truly.
It's like they go bonkers. Like he coughs once and it's like, all right, we're done. We're
gotta kill him.
gonna kill
I wouldn't have been surprised if he had started to try and eat that guy. Like, this is what we're doing.
Also, how they run out of, if it takes days to climb this damn mountain, how y'all running out of fire already? Y'all had your backpacks on you.
Come
How
on.
you running out of supplies already?
Oh my! Well, because you know why? Because this is my like they start off the movie. They're doing that thing where like Robin Cheney is like going across this crevasse, and then the minute they get off, there's a scene with like her and the millionaire, and they're both eating and drinking so much. I'm like, maybe you should like save some of this. Like he's eating a bar,
Yeah.
she's drinking water. Like I'm like, I don't think you're doing that much like chowing down after like you like climb for 10 minutes. I was like, I feel like they used all their supplies immediately. Like they did not know. And they also are going up with one bottle of water. Did they say that too? Like, hey, you only have one bottle of water up there, so you got to boil. It's like, I think if you're going up to the mountain, carry a couple bottles. You can carry a couple bottles. What else is in the fucking backpack?
Water's heavy, but you can carry a couple
Water's
bottles.
heavy. I think their intention is to melt snow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Water.
That was what they
Sure.
said. They had the
Is my
kit to
guess.
melt it.
Okay,
and
they
they
had
did
it,
have
but-
the kit to melt it.
Hot water.
Yeah, but speaking to that, yes, they were eating barbecue and all that shit before they go up this heavy ass
On
mountain.
plates, on it's like
It
real
would have been
plates too.
so funny if in the middle of this whole movie, just one of the characters kept having like barbecue diarrhea.
One of them was supposed to. Remember the one guy who didn't end up going up the mountain? He was some CEO guy who was attached to the evil
right. Yes,
Bill
yes.
Paxton. Why did they even have camera? Like, why did they spend any time on him if they weren't going to take him up the mountain or anything? They were just like, he ran with some toilet paper and they were like, he got a boo-boo a lot and I got to take him up the mountain. Hope you're not tethered in the rope behind him because he's just going to be shitting on your face. What? And then he never even comes up the mountain.
Now, I know that Jason does not watch Survivor, but Laci, I don't know if you do. One of my favorite things about Survivor is they always are like giving these people like treats. Like, today, guys, the prize is Applebee's. Now, they've been on this island in Survivor, and they've not been eating, or they're always Applebee's. Always Applebee's.
Because
And
it's a
So
sponsor?
far away from the island?
well, so they create a little fake Applebee's, like in a shack. Like, so when they win, they go to an Applebee's. And but they've been eating rice and everything. And then they go to Applebee's and they have like, and it looks like they're at Applebee's. And I'm like, the shits that are going on, if you've not eaten for like 12 days and then you eat like a bourbon barbecue burger and fries and a margarita. Like, I mean, that's the show that I want to see. It's just people like their bodies are, no, I can't handle this. It's like, it always grosses me out that like bodies are not meant for
That's a part of surviving. I actually think that was great brand alignment on Applebee's part. There were like regular civilians who come into Applebee's every day. They fighting battles on them toilets. So Survivor, if you can get through our Hennessy bourbon hookah wings.
I also love that, like, that's a great advertisement for Applebee's to be like, hey, because everyone loves it so much. It's like, yeah, when you give it to starving people, they're going to be like, this is the best food I've ever eaten in my life. It's the easiest way to be like, our food works.
I'm sure somewhere in the contract, Applebee's has to be like, you can't air them throwing it up. You can't air them having diarrhea. You can't air them having any kind of negative reaction, which I'm sure everybody's bodies is rejecting this incredibly
They
rich
have to be
food.
ravenously hungry, and then Applebee's is going to hit. Taco Bell should have got in on that. Like, Taco Bell is known for being the drunk food.
Oh my God. Well, obviously we had an opinion about this movie, but there are people out there with a different opinion. It is now time for second opinions.
The movie was a piece of shit, yet this person recommends it. Tell me, what is the message? Maybe that art is subjective. I need a second opinion.
All right. Thank you, John LaJoie. So Vertical Limit has, you get ready for it, an average rating of 4.6 out of 5 stars on Amazon. And they have got a lot of reviews, over 2,000 reviews, and 77% are 5-star reviews.
Hell yeah.
This is blowing my mind.
It makes sense.
Absolutely.
Right? So this first review is from Karen Landry, and she titles the review, "A Gift That Made My Best Friend Smile." This was a gift to a good friend whose dream it is to travel to Tibet and spend a few weeks there with the local residents, not climbing, just hiking, and seeing an area that she's dreamed of all of her life. She and her family loved this movie, not just for the thrill and the tension, but for the beauty as well. 5 stars.
God.
Wait, so you're watching this as a National Geographic document? Like, this is not like, oh, finally I get to see what it would be like to be there. It's like, this is a green screen.
It'd be like being like, finally, I got to be close to an eagle.
Also, strange that she was like, my bestie really wants to go to Tibet and she wants to hike. So I took her to this movie where everybody falls off the mountain and explodes to really inspire her trip.
Where do the people fall from the sky after they were cut free from the cords? Where? Oh, over there. Great. Like, it's like
my friend always wanted to experience an explosion from nitro, and I took her to see this movie.
Where do you keep the nitro? And is it leaking? By the way, that whole tent would be exploding. Now, this is a reviewer that I was not going to read because I thought it was a joke, but I actually think it's real. The name is, and excuse me for this is where I thought it was a joke. The name is Anal Thrasher 69.
Okay.
And anal, yes, but.
You can't
the
thrash
review-
in 69. Just want to
No,
say that.
yes. I mean, this is, unless you're climbing a mountain. This movie inspired me to take a pricey vacation to Nepal to hike the mountains.
What?
While my trip there wasn't nearly as cold or as dangerous as the one in the movie, I still had an awesome time and would recommend that destination to those who like physical challenges. Just stay away from the Indian food. It gave me the squirts for 2 whole days. LOL. 5 stars.
Oh my God. Can you imagine
So
if
this
this
is-
movie inspired you to go?
This is the movie that is getting
Wow.
people out of the house.
To go climb a mountain. Also, it's not lost on me, Paul, that when you read that, Anal Thrasher also said, like, it's not as thrilling as the movie, but it was still. Did you want it to be as thrilling
Yes,
as the
yeah.
movie?
No, you
Did you
don't
want
want
someone
it
to
to be
saw
like-
you off a rope to your death? Is that he was like, I didn't see as many people falling off the mountain as I would have hoped because I
Yeah,
thought they was just
if-
gonna be falling like flies.
Hey, if you're going in order to see nitro explosions, multiple avalanches, and people raining from the sky, it's kind of boring in reality. It's
Now-
like those things when they show you the video. It's like on social media, it looks like this, but in reality, it looks like this.
Right.
You know, it's those
Yeah.
fake out things.
Oh, I'm glad he gave me the warning about the Indian food giving him the squirts. Anyway, Anal Thrasher 69 is also just a rough name to pick when you are giving an earnest review. It's again, I was going to avoid it, but I'm like, it seemed like he went.
Also,
well, I mean,
to,
his
like,
anus did get thrashed because he got
Right,
the
yeah,
squirts.
right.
Truly.
Yeah.
To include your own personal experience with diarrhea in a movie review is really weird. To be like, my review of this movie is I had the squirts in this
Not
region
even related
of the
to it.
world.
I just had Indian
Yeah.
food when I went on vacation.
Yes.
You were looking for
Um,
connection.
Now, this one has a great spelling error in it, and I'll read it as written. This is from John K. Dahl, written in 2023. If you like action suspense and the bad guy getting his cum muffins, you will like this movie. So,
Holy
the
shit.
cum muffins, obviously.
The t-shirt is definitely cum muffins, and it's like a tin. It's like a 50s woman holding a tin of muffins.
Yeah. And you know the only way you can get your cum muffins
muffins.
is if K2 lifts up her skirt. And then that's how you get your cum muffins.
Yes,
Oh, get
it's
your
a
cum
woman
muffins.
holding a tray of muffins, but her skirt is up and K2 is underneath it. She's all woman on top and all mountain on the bottom.
This shirt is being made. Oh, we got to do it. But that's the thing that I love is like this person definitely heard comeuppance and I think tried to write it like cum
yeah.
muffins. And I want to hear John K. Dahl say cum muffins to somebody. It's like, oh yeah, man.
Oh, they
Well,
really
I definitely got
their
my cum
comeuppance.
muffins. John, we have to see you in HR right now. You're talking
Right
about your
now.
comeuppance.
This
Your
is a
cum-
company-wide email. And you said everyone meet. We're meeting in the
Yes,
conference room so I can get my cum muffins.
Oh my God. Cum muffins to me
Cum
might be my
muffins is one of the greatest misspeaks or mishears I've ever heard.
Oh God.
It's like he
Oh,
never
and-
read that word, never saw it on
Never.
print. Just heard it. Just heard it a lot.
and
Just
and
heard
may,
it.
and understand, but like I love he understands the context, the correct context in its use, but still thinks it's cum muffins. That's unreal.
Also, I did have a full "Nyah," cringe moment when homie was in the cliff and found out that the Wick guy, when he was telling O'Donnell his plans, he was like, "No, I'm going up there to kill Bill Paxton because he killed my lady." He was like, "Hey man, you can't do that." And then Wick was like, "Hey man, you can't go without me because you've reached the vertical limit."
Oh yes, yes.
When you say the title, I love it. And I love when you get to say the titular line of a movie. Like it is the best.
It was great. It felt satisfying.
and as
Because it
as
also
you felt,
is dumb movies like this that do that, you know?
oh, you got as satisfying as that was to you, I also found satisfaction in the worst typeface for the title Vertical Limit. It looked like a ghosty font in the beginning. When they first go on, I was like, it was so cheap. Like it didn't look like K2 or something hard. It just felt like Vertical Limit. It felt like a little it was in the clouds. I was like, ooh, I whenever I see a title that's that bad, I'm like, this is going to be a rough one. Yeah. I love that we got to watch our Summer of Extreme with you, Laci. What a great experience to have you here. You're doing so much. Obviously, Scam got us a hit show that you listen at any point. You can listen to whatever scam you want to get into. Jason and I did one about the NBA scandal.
Oh, that was so good.
But is there anything you want to plug? Yeah.
Come join us at Scam Goddess. It's a comedy podcast about robbery, fraud, and those who practice it. And this coming July, I will be at iHeartRadio, and there will be full-length video. I know you guys have been asking for that.
Wow.
You're going to be right there in it with us. We're going to the vertical limit. We're taking it all the way to the vertical limit. Yeah, you can watch Scam Goddess on Hulu. You can get the book wherever you get books or audiobook, and you can hear me narrating my life of scams and a lot of hot mess that you'll probably want to get into. And yeah,
it is one of my favorite shows. You are fantastic and fun. And look, we're not running out of scams. We're not running out of scams.
No, it's scams. Scams in this country are like nitro that's been left out in the sun. They are exploding.
Is there anything that you could if you have a person listening for the first time, is there one that you are you got to do, if you want to check in on one of your favorite ones, is there a good favorite scam that you can throw people to?
Yeah, I mean the Sean King episodes are super fun.
My God. I actually sent that to somebody the other day because it was
let them know.
Because the people are like, well, I don't understand. I'm like, here, this will explain everything that you need.
And I get it. He was one-stop shop for activism, but every GoFundMe was him GoFunding himself, okay?
Yeah.
You know, when he said United Negro, he meant himself, possibly a Negro, united with his family. That's where the money was going, okay? But yes, you can get into that. One of our most recent episodes with me, Sid, and Marie is super fun. All the episodes are fun. You can really jump in anywhere. I try to keep it consistent. But yes, it's a good time. If you like comedy, you like scams. This Vertical Limit, I would have never seen this movie, so thank y'all for that. Seeing a movie with a poster that has definitely clip art, text on it is wonderful to me. I feel like I could have made that on Instagram story. It's given the paperclip was like, would you like to put a white line around these red letters? And they were like, yes, paperclip. Love that for me.
Now, by the way, just so you know, as we were talking about this, I just realized that the tagline for this movie, "The mountain will decide."
Whoa!
So the mountain is the villain. The mountain is the straight up.
The mountain is the antagonist.
The mountain ate?
No shit to nobody.
Oh my man, this mountain gave them all STDs
Right. It should have been a horror film. Then the deaths would have made more sense. Like the mountain is sentient and it doesn't want anybody riding it. But
I would have loved it if at the end of the movie, Chris O'Donnell and Robin Tunney were in an apartment in New York City, and they're like, oh, okay, we made it. They looked out the window and K2 was right there.
Hey.
K2 follows them home.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you, Laci, for climbing K2 with us. By the way, everybody, if you've not yet purchased our amazing Avril shirt, sticker, or coffee mug, please head on over to hdtgm.dashery to pick up this beautiful shirt. We've been raising so much money for the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. We're already over $10,000. So we really appreciate everybody jumping in. And even if you can just afford a sticker for $3, it makes a difference. It's really awesome. If you have a correction or omission from this episode, leave us a voicemail by going to speakpipe.com/hdtgm. And of course, you can also write us your correction or omission on the Discord at discord.gg patreon.com/hdtgm. Then tune in to next week's Last Looks to hear us respond to the best messages. By the way, people, we're going to be back at Largo in Los Angeles on July 31st and August 1st. Go to hdtgm.com to get your tickets. And June's brand new show, Elle, which is a Legally Blonde prequel series, is out now on Prime Video. It is fantastic. She is amazing in it. Go watch it right now. The entire season is out for your perusal. Elle on Prime Video. And remember, if you listen to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please make sure you are subscribed to our feed and have automatic downloads turned on in the show settings. It helps us, and we appreciate it a lot. And lastly, I have to give a huge thanks to our behind-the-scenes team. I'm talking about our producers, Scott Sani and Molly Reynolds, our engineer, Casey Holford, and our social media manager, Zoe Applebaum. And we will, of course, forever be grateful to the one and only Avril Halley. That's all I got, people. See you next week for Last Looks. Bye for now.